Bear me for a minute. This is a test. This is a test. My screen went blank. So I'm just doing a test. This is Daniel 7, verse 6. This is Bible Hub. Just testing, just testing. Okay, what is this? Bishop denounces doctrine of discovery used to justify abuse of indigenous peoples and suggests Pope Francis do the same. The Catholic Bishop of Syracuse is speaking out against the doctrine of discovery and revealing plans to ask Pope Francis to repudiate theological teachings used for centuries to justify the subjugation of indigenous people. I did a video on this. The doctrine of discovery draws from a series of papal documents. I'm gonna look up papal bull. Papal bull. Papal bull. Let's get the short definition. Papal bull. A papal bull is a type of public decree, letters, patent, or charter issued by a pope of the Catholic Church, is named after a laden seal that was traditionally appended to the end or in order to authenticate it, the seal of approval. No, I don't want to pay you guys. Let's see here. History. Let's go to the history. This is just a test. I'm not going to make this long. Libula. This is the stamp of approval. This is the stamp that they how can I say, seal. It's a seal. Let me see. Let me go papal bull. Let me come back. Papal bull. Let's try 1493. Okay, let's try this. Papal Bull of 1493, Pope Alexander VI. Let's go to Pope Alexander VI. Let's see who he was. Pope Alexander VI was head of the Catholic Church and ruler of the Papal States, August 1492 until the death in 1503. Born into the prominent Beaugier. I got to click to go into this further. Pope Alexander VI was head of the Catholic Church and ruler of the Papal States from 11 August 1492 until his death in 1503. Born into the prominent Beaugier family, Zectavia, I hope I said that right, under the crown of Oregon, which was Oregon, Spain, because the power that at that time was up there in Spain. You had the Moors up there. Rodrigo studied law at the University of Bologna. Let me see something. All right, children. Caesar Borgia, Lucrezia Borgia. Let's click on Caesar Borgia. But bingo. That's the picture that's the likeness that they use for the Messiah. Caesar Borgia was an Italian. They were supposed to be from Spain. They're supposed to be Spanish. Unless they're originally from Italy and, transplanted themselves in Spain. Anyway, it says Caesar Borgia was an Italian, a cardinal, and condottiero of Aragonese origin, Aragon meaning Spain. So they're telling you he's from Spain, whose fight for power was a major inspiration for the prince by Niccolo Machiavelli. That was a book, The Prince by Machiavelli. He was an illegitimate son of Pope Alexander VI and member of the Spanish Aragonese House of Beaugier. And there's information on, let me click on that. What the hell? Let me do this. There he goes. There's an image of Jesus Christ. Is the image of Jesus Christ modeled upon Caesar Borgia. Oh, this guy right here played Caesar Borgia in the Showtime series that I believe was called The Borgias. Christ becomes a European in 1503. That was well into the Renaissance period. See, that's supposed to be. Well, this individual is a likeness of what the artist thought the Lord would look like. And you can see he's a so-called black man. Looks like Barry White. And then he's a little more whiter ties to the Lambie towel. Inside joke. There you go. This is based upon the Caesar Borgia picture. There's a picture that you used to as a kid. As you go on, excuse me, He becomes more white, blue eyes. That's not, this is the original. The image of Jesus is based on the likeness of Caesar Borgia. Look at that. Look at that. Horus holding the baby. Or Horus, I'm sorry, Horus. And you got Jesus. 5,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. Our Lord is a so-called black man. Let me go back to the papal bull. Papal, I hope I'm spelling that right. Papal bull. What did I put in? The 1400s? Yeah, 1453. Enter caetera. Let me look that up. Duck, duck, go. Enter caetera. Enter caetera was a papal bull issued by Pope Alexander VI on May 4th, 1493, which granted to the Catholic monarchs, King Ferdinand II of Aragon, Spain, and Queen Isabella I of Castile. Aragon is in Spain. Castile is also in Spain. These were the two uh, kingdoms coming together by marriage. And that's what they did in the ancient world. Let me see. Isabella I of Castile, all lands to the west and south of a pole-to-pole line, 100 leagues west and south of any of the islands of the Azores or the Cape Verde Islands. Got a lot of Jakes from Cape Verde. This guy, Demetrius Andre, a boxer, middleweight, looking to fight Canelo. He's Cape Verdean. Let me see something west and south of pole to pole. Read all that. It remains unclear. So the Cape Verdean Islands, if I'm not mistaken, is on this side of the coast. And they said anything to the west is ours. So it expanded to the other side of the world. It remains unclear to the present whether the Pope intended a donation of sovereignty, kingship, rulership, or an, what is this? Infeudation, which means feudalism, also known as the feudal system, which is based upon tax, the fees, investiture. So he did that for an investment. Differing interpretations have been argued since the bull was issued, with some arguing that it was only meant to transform the possession and occupation of land into lawful sovereignty. So they said anything going west and then went all the way to the other side of the world, that's ours. They didn't care who was there, and they killed those people. And they slaved. The first slaves that they gathered together was 500 slaves that were so-called Indians in Spain. So you have a lot of people from Spain that are Israelites. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. This was a test that turned into a mini lesson.